Ultimately faded in time. Ultimately senseless to find. Before I was too strong, but it was to be weak. How difficult it is to love yourself or to find the wholeness that you seek. Before I knew the light, had the fair chance, the darkness too. The fell into the hopeless and I don't know how to get through. I've been known for the years it takes, the courage to stand up again for the broken down, the bruised, and you know when they brought the pain with the final appreciation, the love. Haven't seen the hate for the forgetting, the meaningless. Now for the laughter, your heart is to get a bit for the strength and courage. Requires getting it right for the face of the things that hold you down, for the hold of the head up and fight for the enemies. And know for the world is some time of the enemies and fight defeated for before I knew it. Doesn't mean I can find the way to change. Changed off and no one never knew how I feel for the can't explain it at all. For nobody to love, nobody to blame. For the everyone is about the same. For the nobody to care about no reason to lie. I made for myself and not for the ones that I see. For the nobody just care for me, for this kind of sad, for the knowing what's true. Cause you then you know for the there is real. You know for the only to put on the act. A lot of them talk about the behind their back. For the making me feel this way. And there's nothing more than I should feel the safe at the time. It was alone for the making me feel good enough for the someone's home for the be the family or support. For the only to care to find and wonder where to go anywhere for the under the crying to sleep. Sometimes I wish and I can love me for the hope of the love, for the love, for the no friends and no pain, for the no ever ending, for the just to be the love they deserve this when nobody answers the voices inside. I did find it to forget it, the bad, remember the good. Then you find me asking me why. I'm sitting in the empty spare room. No one to talk about how I feel for the asking me what I feel inside for this to be the harsh and what we live in. And sometimes you have to begin to wonder for the wonder to wander to find it, the wishing up it was never born for the together. They've begun for the days and I could find someone's life and make the change. It's a tough world, but you must try. Don't have to ask why to wonder why. There was the reason to thinking back and there was to be outrageous and find something contagious enough to seem simplistic enough to be done. I failed to see and where to believe. Never I try to know because I know I can. I miss away, waking up ultimately faded in time. Ultimately faded in time. Ultimately faded in time. Ultimately in senseless to find. Before I was
was to be strong, but it was to be weak. How difficult it is to love yourself and to find the wholeness that you seek. Before I knew the light, I had the fair chance, the darkness too. The world fell into the hopeless and none knew how to get through. I have been known for the years it takes, the courage to stand up again for the broken down, the bruised, and you know when the brother, the pain, with the divine appreciation, the love. Haven't seen the hate for the forgetting, the meaning, your smile for the laughter. Your heart is stupid, I bathe for the strength and courage. Requires you getting it right for the face of the things to hold you down, for the hold of the head up and fighting for the apples. And known that for the wonders, sometime of the was and finally defeated for the before I knew what it was to be. It was a meeting to find them with the change. Change is all for the no one never knew how I feel for the can explain it at all. For the nobody to love, the nobody to blame. For the everyone was about the same. For the nobody to care about, no reason to lie. I made for myself and not for the ones that I see. For the nobody did care for me, for this kind of sad, for the knowing what's true. Cause then you know for the difference for you. Never the only to put on the act. And a lot of them talk about the behind your back for the making me feel this way. And there's nothing more than I should feel the safe for the time. It was alone for the making me feel good enough for the someone's home for the be the family or support for the only to care to find the wonderful where to go anywhere for the under the crying to sleep. Sometimes I wish that I can love me for the hope of the love for the love for the no friends and no pain for the no ever ending for the just to be the duff you deserve this when nobody answers the voices inside. I did find it to forget it, the bad to remember the good. But then you find me asking me why and sitting in the empty spare room. No one to talk about how I feel for the asking me what I feel inside for this to be the harsh and what we live in. And sometimes you have to begin to wonder for the wonder to wonder to find it the wishing up and was never born for the gut for the did begun for the days and I could find someone's life and to make the change. It's a tough world, but you must try. Don't have to ask why to wonder why. It was the reason to thinking back and it was to be outrageous and find something contagious enough to seem simplistic and enough to be done. It failed us to see, no way to believe. And if I try to know, because I know I can. I grow, I fast, I miss and wake, or wake enough to wake.
Just the same, I want to be a part of that plan. And just the same, in the heart of people's proud of that world. Just the same, all I can do is think about the days of mine. It was all based off of that, searching for the experience, and I was destined to fly. I am not for this, remember the day. You find that, but it filling me with so much anger. First you gave me comfort, now me for the pain, but the life that you gave me faded for the blackness into my veins. Your tribe worked its ways, always, and I'm not the one to fall. So many friends forever gone now, for the number left to call, for the dragging me to the rock bottom, for the everyday to live my life in hell and anew. Felt there was no possibility for the breaking the dependence of you. Every day I woke up with you were all in my mind, and desperate for your love, for the more desperate to die. I find out for the time and saw you were evil. Watch you steal my soul, and each time I tried to get away. And this is the time I for the rhyme, you won't let me go. Try to scream and cry, for eventually it stepped in my faith, for the everyone had to try to warn me, and it was too late for the family and friends could never understand, for they couldn't hear the silent plea, for they didn't want to see me, for the second that ever you had on me, for the like of me and myself. Maybe phrasing and I am, maybe the deceiving I love, and maybe I'm finding a constant fight. Left broken, battered, and bruised, but numbers a scarf grew with the physical, but the mental, the remember the number, the wasted years flew. This to me the motions like a zombie. Never fitted it, don't long see for the any type of vision for the future, with the war over me. I can find it erasing into the shared of hope when everything else to turn their backs. Difficult to the escape of the dark hole and cope, and the impossible to defend your attacks. I find a new, no church and no God. You my ultimate papa for the you knew my no real love. It was not a rider for the dead flower for the day it happened, for the most amazing woman that brings him when it decided that for the I can grow my wings and never take them away. You no longer will take them away from me. You have stolen all the years and the weight of my life. And never the longer will I cry these tears and to deal with the pain for the swallow of my pride. I would deal with my life for the rubber, for the prepare for the difficult ride. It kills me for the leaving of you, for the glad he died. Because my only surviving, I've been destined to fly. You give me life. I was so alive, live and smiling. Will breathe the will of life once and more. But the back 2 times before you came knocking at my door for this. And the beat the only finding of the peace I have. It's inside. I was the man that was inside for the rainy day, for the loans, for the porch, for the play, for the myself, for the time, for the creating the toys in my mind, for the never to matter to me, for the it was the always being no pain, for no tears and no worries, and never the fear for the it was growing up with the change and never do it was an easy game, ultimately fade. Just the same. I want to be a part of that plan, and just the same. In the heart of people's proud of that world, just the same. All I can do is think about the days of mine. It was all based off of that, searching for the experience, and I was destined to fly. I am not for this, remember the day. You find that, but it filling me with so much anger. First you gave the comfort, now me for the pain, but the life that you gave me faded for the blackness into my veins. Your tribe worked its ways, always, and I'm not the one to fall. So many friends forever gone now, for the number left to call, for the dragging me to the rock bottom, for the everyday to live my life in hell and anew. Felt there was no possibility for the breaking the dependence of you. Every day I woke up with you were all in my mind, and desperate for your love, for the more desperate to die. I find out for the time and saw you were evil. Watch you steal my soul, and each time I tried to get away. And this is the time I for the rhyme, you won't let me go. Try to scream and cry, for eventually it stepped in my faith, for the everyone had to try to warn me, and it was too late for the family and friends could never understand, for they couldn't hear the silent plea, for they didn't want to see me, for the second that ever you had on me, for the like of me and myself. Maybe phrasing and I am, maybe they're deceiving I love, and maybe I'm finding a constant fight. Left broken, battered, and bruised, but numbers a scarf grew with the physical, for the mental, the remember the number, the wasted years flew. Listen to me, the motions like a zombie. Never fitted it, don't long see for the any type of vision for the future with the war over me. I can find it erasing to the shared of hope when everything else to turn their backs. Difficult to escape with the dark hole and cope with the impossible to defend your attacks. I find new, no church and no God. You my ultimate papa for the you, my noble real love. It was not a rider for the dead flower for the day it happened, for the most amazing one moment that brings him when it decided that for the I can grow my wings and never take them away. You no longer will take them away from me. You have stolen all the years and the weight of my life, and never the longer will I cry these tears and to deal with the pain for the swallow of my pride. I would deal with my life for the rubber, for the prepare for the difficult ride. It kills me for the leaving of you, for the glad he died, because my only surviving, I've been destined to fly. You give me life. I was so alive, live and smiling. Will breathe the will of life once and more, but the back 2 times before you came knocking at my door for this. And the beat the only fine, being of the peace I have. It's inside. I was the man that was inside for the rainy day, for the loans, for the porch, for the play, for the myself, for the time, for the creating the toys in my mind, for the never to matter to me, for the it was the always being no pain, for no tears and no worries, and never the fear for the it was growing up with the change and never do it was an easy game, ultimately fade.
I will always be there. I'm the friend. I want to be in love with you and just be. I want to care for you but never leave. And you're the one person I can never deceive. Go off to sleep for the much before you think. For the maybe I'm not for the second you blink. Just for the day when I'm not with you. For the closing your eyes and just taking on my moment. The promise in my name for the year. For the life it to be the same. For the youth and more. For the every day. For the nothing I can touch and never throw it away. We have a way of expressing ourselves. I guess it was never mine to you. One thing would only be my everything. The only one obvious is that I don't have anymore. When I can find myself in your eyes, you will see what I mean. Here's the place that you can't hide. I am you and you were me. We are just the same, a combination.
And your guided timeline. Is she a friend of mine? I'm in the arms and a life safe haven. With a hold of me tight, and I have no craving. All I need is one to look for there. Say you're there for just like that fairy tale book. Your eyes talk to me. World stands still. My once empty heart now with the love that does fill from the eyes that tell me with the love of me every day for them. No matter where they come, you'll always be there to stay. Tell me everything for the never without a lie for the world of secrets. And that everything wants to make me cry for the everything in the past when I forget. This and I know I can trust. Can't catch me fall. I only could explain how much I have for you. My love, maybe, just maybe. Feel it too. I don't know. This is that. This is the ink I need for the do me the letters, and this is be making the syllable for the tongue typing off of the worst and never writing, conning, falling off of the cliff and never knowing the edge of knowledge. Since the first day we met, whatever number you had and gave, and I knew you were the one for the answering of the prayers. Gave me the heart for the moment, for the chart, for the chart, for the everything, for forever, the partner for their soul, happy and bear. My feelings been true for the found for one, and you with the for the under the trust. I will always be there. I'm the friend. I want to be in love with you and just be. I want to care for you but never leave. And you're the one person I can never deceive. Go off and sleep for the much before you think. For the maybe I'm not for the second you blink. Just for the day for the not with you. For the closing your eyes and just taking on my moment. The promise for my name for the year. For the life for the be the same. For the you the more. For the every day for the nothing I can touch and never throw it away. But we have a way of expression ourselves. And I guess it was never mine to you. One thing would only be my everything. The only one obvious is that I don't have anymore. When I can find myself in your eyes, you will see what I mean. Here's the place that you can't hide. I am you and you were me. We are just the same, a combination.
In your guided timeline. Is she a friend of mine? In your guided timeline. Is she a friend of mine? I'm in the arms of a life safe haven. With a hold of me tight, for I have no craving. All I need is one to look for there. Say you're there for just like that fairy tale book. Your eyes talk to me. World stands still. My once empty heart now with the love that does fill from the eyes that tell me with the love of me every day. For the no matter where they come, you'll always be there to stay. Tell me everything for the never without a lie for the world of secrets. And that everything wants to make me cry for the everything in the past when I forget. This and I know I can trust. Can't catch me fall. I only could explain how much I have for you. My love, maybe, just maybe. Feel it to, I don't know. This is this is the incognito for the meaning letters, and this is be making the syllable for the tongue typing off of the worst and never writing, calling, falling off of the cliff and never knowing the edge of knowledge. Since the first day we met, whatever number you had and gave, and I knew you were the one for the answering of the prayers. Gave me the heart for the moment, for the chart, for the everything for forever, the partner for the soul, happy bear. My feelings been true for the found for one, and you with the for the honor, the trust. I will always be there. I'm the friend. I want to be in love with you and just be. I want to care for you but never leave. And you're the one person I can never deceive. Go off and sleep for the much before you think. For the maybe I'm not for the second you blink. Just for the day, for the not with you. For the closing your eyes and just taking a moment. The promise in my name for the year. For the life, for the be the same. For the you, the more. For the every day, for the nothing I can touch and never throw it away. We have a way of expressing ourselves. I guess it was never mine to you. One thing would only be my everything. The only one obvious is that I don't have anymore. When I can find myself in your eyes, you will see what I mean. Here's a place that you can't hide. I am you and you were me. We are just the same. A combination